certainly have the right to. And people like this always cry victim the second they get exactly what they're asking for. And that is a response from the person they are singling out and talking about. But they would make a final statement about everything, saying, I wasn't expecting the post to blow up. I have next to nothing in followers in comparison to her, and figured maybe a few moods would see it, and that would be all. This wasn't something done with the idea of her entire community of over 100,000 would blow
What's
up.
more
I'm not
precious
lying
than
about
the
amounts.
gift
Some got
is
tweeted
you.
and muted, and some were just
This
banned
is the
straight
real
up.
deal.
The bot is still up.
We got
Seen
another
by
precious
anyone.
one
Why
now.
did I make that up? They were posted multiple times, which is considered spam, and if you were intentionally coming into my chat with the intention of trolling, I'm obviously going to not want you there, and I will mute or ban you, since I want my space to be comfortable as they have. We are Charlie Kirk Redeems on their channel. Very comfy space. But they're right, in a sense. If people are there and you don't want them as a part of your stream, you have every right to ban them. But to go onto Twitter and publicly make a statement and get a lot of attention for it, well, you're probably going to get a response, and it's probably going to get worse. And also, people have seen the bots. It's not the way this person is describing.
So slow.
You're just trying to play the victim in this situation. Many such cases. It seems required of savvy saying, you don't need to give a statement.
Stop swarming around. I'm not helping
It's just
you
police needs to stop from you freaks. Every day you hope your hate and virtue signals loudly so you can become popular in your own meaningless little ideological sphere. Your own personality is as interesting as drawing mud under the sun. So you have to virtue. You have to say you love people of color because the assumption by your side is that if you don't wear weekly or racist, that was part of the flying statement. That entire light novel. But yeah, this is the side that you're catering to. You have to walk on eggshells. Well, that's what you gotta do. That's what we've been writing. And virtue signaling and doing that sort of stuff.
Let me take over.
You can get attention. Sucks. But this series of interactions sums up the situation really well.
The wind's just right.
I said this on the 29th side yesterday as of right now. For my mental health, I will be taking a short hiatus and return to stream for the start of doing on 6/6, June 6th. Thank you all for these super nice beams. And how long do you think this hiatus last? Not very long. In fact, it lasted less than a day. And they come back talking about whatever this mess is. Point being, they didn't even make it a day on their hiatus. Okay, they love the attention on Twitter. They can't be. And despite saying they're above all of it, they're not. But until the next person into the fray, this production VTuber, cafe owning VTuber and secret anarchists. Oh,
Romaru, stop swarming around. I'm not
anarchists.
helping you if you fall.
Well, you can see they also reviewed interesting days from the 27th. They said, on my way to an interview that may or may not decide my entire future. And then they spent the next couple of days arguing with people, including Powder on Twitter. Seems like a very weird use of their time during critical moments.
Time to eat. Huh?
They made this post with a lot of attention, saying, hey, step that has all my
What's your
plans.
step?
Kind of like you pose tons of
I'm
takes
gonna
for
crush
one there,
you.
and then say, you're flying out on the last great validation. Well, not creating validation, falls inside the house with all these individuals. Desperately creating attention by virtue of property like Powder or any other controversial VTuber out there. Let's see this response from Celestia saying, just because someone's small as me, there are consequences. If you and your friends don't want to eat, please stay out of the rain. Just know that the same bashing you get will likely be given back to you because that's the nature of the internet. Now, if you're calm and explaining and sit down and talk to her, it opens a fruitful discussion. It's fine not to like people. It's another to go assassinate their character. Calling people right-wing grifters one more. People push back. And yeah, that's pretty much what makes it.
Get it, Kirimaru!
This dude will be accepted, saying the hilarious part of this.
Let me take
that an IRL community has been making the constantly
Splinter and Fracture!
And ironically, that you know a bunch of simps and maggots in our lives.
I'll provide backup.
It's an argument to find a way to continue screaming. This person is very conflicted. I'm not really sure what's going on here. You can see them whining about these sorts of things, balance, and all that. I guess they want to keep screaming despite
Spin and clear!
But then, see what's required from our state. See when it's
I'll handle that.
The response is to one way of crime. I'm glad
I will teach you the next. Let's finish this!
Better fights, so talk,
Coming through! Watch out, fool!
You punch at someone larger. Many such cases, but then this guy quotes that saying, the most mean girl stuff I've ever read. Something so small that you could have had to go out of your own way to search through mentions of your name
I'm not
to
helping you
even
if you
respond to that, got what was coming because she didn't like your post
so
or chat.
slow.
What do you think's going on? You get intense. So what?
Kirimaru, stop
Didn't have to
squirming
tank
around.
when they made
I'm
that
not
post.
helping you if you
Whining
fall.
about emotes being in the chat of people they don't like. This whole thing is just faffing around and finding it out. If you don't like certain content creators, here's the secret. Ignore them, especially when you have content creators who are controversial and thrive on controversy. Myself included, right? Free content.
Slow.
If you don't want to feed people like me, Powder, whatever, free content, then stop doing it. Mute, block, move on. But instead, you show you're behind to the
Kirimaru,
world,
stop
and you make
squirming
yourself look
around.
stupid,
I'm not helping
and
you
then
if
you
you
get
fall.
someone responding to you the way you've been asking for, you play the victim. These are nothing but cry holes, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the other half of this drama involves Banana Juju, who we've talked about before. She's another problematic VTuber. It all began with her model having a monkey theme with pale skin, caused people to go absolutely insane. People thinking her dreads were cultural appropriation, even though it's based on her appearance in real life. But for the usual suspects, that is a little too far. Now, the situation involves the VTuber Phoebe, who's been in like perpetual drama, especially over unsafe content recently.
Time to eat.
And she posted this in metal with a black
Thought there would be more
fancy
chaos.
saying she's in the top 0.1%. I always think this. How would all these people feel about someone posting an award for being the top 0.1% of supporters? They would get frowned on immensely. Something to think about.
Let me take over.
I think there's another conversation about sort of the non-safe content and this musical scene. And people are very heated about this, but I think that's most interesting. And I've talked about this recently with friends and
Feeling good.
Step away from
Nicely done.
I think that the sexualization and that in-person comments in chat makes me uncomfortable. It's something that was told would never happen, but it's got a lot of supports where things are becoming so hyper-sexualized that even just kind of regular VTubers and streamers are kind of subjected
What should we do
to this
today?
stuff, and it makes them uncomfortable, but that's another conversation. But Banana Juju would quote Fifi in her award, saying that the Shore Award goes to. Now, before you think this is out of line, apparently to Fifi, this doesn't hurt her feelings, as she claims. Quoting that word, saying, oh no, anyway, with this meme of her character, so I guess you're not really allowed to get mad about that, according to her, as pointed out by Banana Juju as well. But there are some people who are a little bit upset, including Minx here.
Another
Is
meat.
What is
a bit of a walkout at this point.
want to
Someone
hang
who's a
out?
very big streamer, but
I'm
she
free.
has
I don't
a
do
track
vague
record of being
requests.
extremely
Me?
unhinged,
I'm here.
and she decided to weigh in and start another round of Flesh Woman versus Anime Woman. And she says, and the Hypocrite Award goes to Banana Juju. They screenshot of Juju reposting parts of her V-Tour model in a bikini. Now, you can definitely say maybe there's a tiny twinge to understand there, where it's like, yes, you're shaming someone for making not safe for work content on Fansly, but you also repost sexualized stuff yourself. But the problem is there's no nuance in this conversation. Okay, I think there is a difference here, as pointed out, between someone reposting an anime girl in a bikini versus selling your body, your real body, online for a price. I think there's different levels here. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. I guess this is a very Puritan standpoint here, but those things just don't feel the same. I get it at a very tiny level where she was starting to go more, but you don't want to play with
Splinter and fracture.
It just does not seem it's not a mix from she's back. And the eventual line continues. People were making fun of her for having a check mark and trying to virtue signal about it, where she says,
That's the secret for a
got
while.
it before Mr. Bus took over, bro. And she got noted saying legacy blue check marks from before Elon Musk's takeover starting April 2023 unless users subscribed to X Premium.
Showing people my wireless and the all-new Pixel 10a on a site for unlimited video on most popular plan.
So, yeah,
You need me to
that's
step in.
horrifying.
Don't forget to
And
bill
Banana
in for an
Juju
appearance.
quotes the response from Minx with this shoe on head post, which has become already one of the most used memes on the internet. I see this almost every single day, and well, there's a reason why it's resonating with people so much. And Minx would quote that saying, being called out by a racist, misanthropic VTuber was not on my 2026 bucket list, but here we are. Well, first of all, no proof of the racism, and also I don't think she's using this word correctly, and also just ABM. I mean, that's pretty much my response, but it doesn't end with the Flesh Women getting mad. You got plenty of VTubers using this as an opportunity to rag on Banana Juju, and, well, proving that Banana Juju is a racist by being racist themselves. Any suggestions? This honey VTuber saying, you know, the race baiting Bayo Monkey is just big because BB years on Twitch too. So you have a audience that is across the board. It's also just
Stick to the plan.
This person is fighting racism by calling somebody Bayo Monkey.
I'll handle
If I
it.
I'm savage. I would have a nuts and maybe
Appreciate the
it's in
support.
the law. It's infinite disturbing, but in fact, it keeps happening in this same situation as we see. But it's like, what are you doing? Are these people serious? They get way more satisfaction out of virtue signaling hypocritically than they do just making content. Just focus on
Recipient
yourself.
confirmed.
I am begging you.
I don't-
For your
this-
mental
Is
health
there anywhere you
and
want
for
to
your
go?
own content creation, it can be spent doing anything else other than looking like a fool and getting likes and seal claps from sycophant virtue signalers who aren't going to support your content anyways. And this is their response when people are saying, well, you sound like the only racist here. They say how I slept after pissing off all the openly racist VTuber Twitter fans. Yes, they are fighting racism by being racist. And now they're sleeping peacefully. Cool story, bro. And then we have this Nerlina individual who says, I don't call these people grifters anymore. They're just terrible human beings. Well, the call's coming from inside the house right there, but also, you don't call them grifters anymore? Oh, so you're just proving that that word means absolutely nothing? it just meant person you don't like or person you think is bad. But if this person sounds familiar, well, they got a little bit of the Rett derangement syndrome and also a little Kirsha derangement syndrome. This person might look familiar to some of you. She was the one celebrating Kirsha being canceled just a year ago, saying so much Kirsha hate has been on my timeline recently. And to that I say, keep it going, guys. I love to see these racist, Nazi, mayo crickets get dragged into filth. They really have to get creative. And I don't think anyone's really hurt by this stuff, but again, if you're trying to combat the racist VTubers by throwing slurs around, you look like a fool. Also, as people pointed out, she was kicked from Advanced for saying that, and that's a whole other can of worms, but that was a funny other side arc in the history of my channel, Everness. Another decided, what you say one time, they jumped in and said, rent must be due. I don't think that is ever really a qualifying thing. Unless someone's a blue checkmark power farmer tweeting every 2 seconds, I don't think Banana Juju is trying to farm pennies of ad revenue from this. I think they're just speaking their mind. And unfortunately, you guys are just giving more attention. So if you're worried about someone monetizing this stuff, you're doing a really bad job of stopping it. Also, got a random message. I'd really like to do that before I leave. Who's Snake, but he's not even black. Look at that. That's a hard thing to find. The election hero Snake. Not easy to find. 50,000 yen? 50,000 yen. Which makes it 59. Over $300. The exchange rate is difficult to handle here. Can't say I recall speaking. I've seen She-Hulk and Red Hulk. We haven't found any actual Hulk. There's a lot of stuff in here though. Like, this is Mandrake, the Mandrake store. I feel like I'm walking back room here. I think it's actually the Mandrake store, but it looks like Mandrake, so we'll call it Mandrake. Yeah, it's millions of cool stuff, but when you're looking for something specific, it's very overwhelming. Hey. Lots of figures. You don't see me at all. You see some pretty cool Iron Man. That might be the ticket. Stuff everywhere, cool stuff everywhere, also crap stuff. Just to be honest, I hate how much like last year I look Skywalker we've seen. Look at freaking all the snow goods, fucking cool retard. Anyway, still a love set over Star Wars and Dave Filoni. You got, I saw this Batman and I thought he looked awesome, then I saw he's got a derpy face there. It looks like Batman. It does a little bit. Man, yeah, the EX09 right there, that's the shit. Yeah, that is cool. Live stuff. Gary's in heaven. Yeah. I mean, those are my allergies, so maybe now. Yeah. At the same time, it's like this. So, tell me about it. Not find all original Darth Vader statue that
All right, let's go.
We'll see. We're on the way to Tokushi Temple, which is known as the Lucky Cat Temple, and I'll probably forever refer to that because I'm having a really hard time remembering what Tokushi. So this, unlike a lot of the other places, some of the other places we've gone, the bus could even drop us off by it. It's in a more like residential area of the Tokyo area. So we're going to be walking through a lot of neighborhoods, try to be respectful of everybody and their peace. And this apparently is a, I don't know, it's for the story of like the lucky cat. You guys know what I'm talking about? The cats are like, paws like this. So you guys all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the lucky cat, right? So that story originated here, where apparently somebody was walking by and the cat almost like went like this and walked away to tell them to come there. And then right after it, like it struck immediately for that man. And then so from that point forward, like that type of cat was like, that's like a lucky cat that brought luck. So we're gonna see the temple. Maybe we'll see some of the stamps that we saw the other day. I really enjoyed the first temple we went to, so hopefully I'll enjoy this one too. Here we are, the Lucky Cat Temple. Go Tokuji Temple. I am looking forward to this. Oh my gosh. And Gary, before we watch you 7 Endless.
Thank you,
It's gotta be the right accent.
All right, let's go.
So that which can be herbs. So if you start, you buy one of those eggs. Yeah. And you buy one. This egg, you bring it home. And you get this really. Yeah. Here is the cat, the beckoning cat. Don't place money here, by the way. But everyone knows what I'm talking about when I made the little motion earlier. There is something, it's obviously the temple we went to the other day in Asuka, whatever it was called. I have some
All right, let's go.
names here. Obviously that one was busy at the time, but I really liked the aesthetics of it, all of that. There's some
All right, let's go.
What's that? Oh, the cats. Look at them. Oh my. There's a lot of cats here. They can't even see these. Let's look at all these cats. You're gonna get one, right? Wait, what? Where are they all?
Jack's face.
You just got Goshwins from the Lucky Cat Temple, and we got Lucky Cats as well. That actually
Money, we'll hire a dedicated
that's
driver.
the white cats, the beckoning cats.
My old car was fast like this. Shouldn't have sold you that low.
It's a Zarda and
Just so you know, Avon will not cover any repairs.
I forgot to get mine done before we came.
Just so you know, Avon will not cover any repairs. Great. More repairs. A ride from our dear Precious? Now this is neat. Faster. Come on. Haven't gone rusty, have I?
According to Article
Cutting me
20
off
of the
like
Field
that?
Operations
You
Code...
want trouble?
I hope this
or
helps you
was it
guys out.
19? Anyway, please.
All right, let's get going. My old car was fast like this. Shouldn't have sold it that low.
I will see through the Nexus. Let me take over.